This turned out to be an ideal use case for the instrument rating.
The reporting station here is calling this 1.5 miles. I don't believe that, but it's definitely more than a half mile.
So that's not an official weather station like we've got at Hamilton, a little bit to the south, obviously showing low IFR conditions, and Kitchener to the west, also low IFR, but doable.
So I can see the tree line at the end of the runway, so that definitely means I have more than half a mile.
I learned a bunch of things on this flight and captured it for the debrief, but also I decided to share it to get feedback on anything you think I could have done better.
It's actually not that bad of a wind for 1.4, so that's good.
I was under the mistaken impression that I had to use 1.4 because the SID for 3.2 is NODEM'd offline, but all that means is I can't use the SID. It doesn't mean I couldn't depart 3.2, so that was a lesson.
Yeah, so it was calling a slight tailwind for 1.4. But that's what I'm going to have to do.
This was the first leg of an international cross-country. I had an EAPIS on file and a customs appointment arranged. I still pushed a little bit back just to let some of that ceiling lift and the haze clear, so I wasn't pushing absolute minimums for the departure. But as it was, the conditions were lower than the minimums for the one approach to fly into this airport, so I was not going to be able to get back if I, for whatever reason, changed my mind. So that is not something to be taken lightly, and I had to account for that in my planning. But I really did appreciate gaining the experience of an IFR departure like this, where I have to call ahead to get the clearance because it's not a controlled airport.
It's one of my favorite features for flight. Just send it right to the panel after doing all the work.
Over the past few years, I've tried to build a consistent workflow of filing IFR for every trip, so when I need it, it's not unfamiliar.
Burlington Unicom, Charlie Golf Alpha, radio check.
Charlie Golf Alpha, you're 5x5.
Thanks. So I'll get there, let the oil temp warm up, and then call. I should get a void time with 5 minutes notice. Yeah, I guess that's the way the wind is facing, so let's do that. Alright, we'll do a run up and then we'll call. Temp's close enough to 120. Alright, now we make sure I actually did it all.
So I've had some comments from people thinking I've got too much glass in this airplane and why would I need an iPad? So hopefully watching this workflow play out in real time, you'll get to see why I prefer this setup.
No wigwags, and I guess I'll go FIDO heat. Maintenance. No, no wigwags. Officer up elevator channel, altimeter.
And you'll notice that I treat these as checklists versus do lists just because of the way my flow is. With that in mind, I have cut some of the things such as the run-up for the sake of time.
Alright, pre-takeoff after I call.
I forgot my headset was paired, so you're not going to hear the speakerphone for this conversation.
It is going through my headset. Hi there, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm Foxtrot Charlie Golf Alpha, looking to pick up the IFR from Burlington. I got a tip to just call you guys directly, if that makes sense.
Normally you'd call flight service and they'd act as a third party to call center, but I had a controller friend of mine tell me that I could use the number that you call for closing an IFR flight plan after landing at an uncontrolled airport to get the clearance directly. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm not sure if that's something you can also do in the States or if that's just something that's working in the Toronto area in Canada, so let me know.
Definitely use Toga today. Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Golf Alpha. They're transferring me directly to the controller. That's cool. It's Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Golf Alpha, looking for the clearance to Buffalo from Burlington. I've got the engine running and ready to go.
She then asked which runway I'm departing from.
1-4. Thank you. And she said stand by while she blocks the airspace.
Apparently muscle memory for copying clearances is a real thing. I've only done this via phone a few times, and I'm about to key the mic on the Unicom frequency to read it back.
Foxtrot Charlie Golf Alpha is cleared at Buffalo Airport from Burlington via radar vectors, Alamo, then direct 3000. Departing runway 14, runway heading, squawking 2227. Going to talk to 119.7. And clearance is void, if not off by 1400 Zulu. Foxtrot Charlie Golf Alpha.
But I still got that sweet read back correct.
Charlie Golf Alpha, thank you. See ya. That is awesome. Alright, and I got through most of my checks while I was waiting, but I'm going to get right here and I'm going to finish them. So standing by, and I get my code in, 2227, enter. Runway heading. Alright, and we're bugged for runway heading, and we got 3000 bugged. Burlington traffic, Takeoff Alpha taking position 14 for immediate departure to the south. Burlington.
I did my pre-takeoff briefing silently to myself, and the ForeFlight callouts in that regard are going straight to my headset, so I don't think they made it to the recording for that reason.
Okay, mixture, fuel pump, and I got the transponder, that's all done. Alright, this is the real deal, let's go. Power set, airspeed's alive. Disregard that. See when we go in the soup. Looks like we're going into it at 300 as expected.
I engaged the autopilot after climbing through 400 feet AGL and left the autopilot in toga mode for the climb, as the speed and the rate were good. And I was only going to 3,000 feet, but I'm curious for any feedback about how others manage the automation.
Alright, looking good. Power back. Toronto, hello, Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, just off Burlington.
Charlie Golf Alpha, Toronto identified, maintain 3000, continue present heading.
3000, maintain, present heading, Charlie Golf Alpha. Nice, I'm already through it. I need my sunglasses, did not expect that. Alright. Fuel pump can come off. That was 1,000 to go for the 3,000 climb. Dinner to go, let my off.
And again, I love having my checklists on the iPad with ForeFlight so I can basically confirm my flow was correct. I don't use them as do lists, but I do appreciate that you can leave them incomplete, get onto something else, and get back to them.
Charlie Golf Alpha, climb 5000.
Climb 5,000, try go Alpha.
For this airplane, I find that it pitch hunts if I try to initially climb in indicated airspeed mode, so what I did there was press the vertical speed mode button twice, which puts it into pitch mode, then roll the pitch up to about 7 degrees, and then I wait until it kind of gets to about 135, and then I press indicated airspeed mode, so it hopefully locks in there.
135 is a good number, I'll let it lock in, pick it. Indicated airspeed. Why are you shooting past it, girl?
And even then, it still does pitch hunt a little bit while it stabilizes on a climb speed.
Anyways, how's my glide ring looking?
I had filed this route to try to avoid going over water.
Not awesome, but I'm not gonna Alamo at this point.
I don't love single engine being out of glide range, but I think in this case, it's gonna work out.
Got the weather in Buffalo.
I've got SiriusXM aviation weather data on board, so I can get this done before I check the ATIS.
Almost no wind, 3 knots, broken 5,000, so no problem there.
Charlie Golf Alpha, will enable direct Buffalo.
Direct Buffalo, try Golf Alpha. I'm in right.
Dashport 2941 through 1,700,
Pointing there.
Dashport 2941, close terminal identified, direct datum on course.
Direct datum on course, Dashport 2941.
Dashport 2941, contact final departure 1288.
138, Dashport 2941.
Yeah, we're just, this might work that we're never outside of gliding range to shore, so I'll take it, and I will be going faster shortly because we're almost leveled off. Nav mode. So there's my problem. But going under it did not look good, so I'm going to try to get above it, shoot that gap.
After clearing customs, I'm heading westbound toward Kansas.
I think it's doable. There's 40 miles of a gap. Anyway, we're not going to think about that right now. Leveling up 5, bringing the power back. It is beautiful up here. Temperature is 13, so I'm not really concerned about ice. Gaining mixture. Let's get back to deciding what we're doing. We're in 0705, so That gotta be 05, yep. Procedure.
I'd like to set up an approach and get it briefed.
RNAV 05.
So even before I talk to ATC about a final plan, I've at least got something in place ready to go.
Let's see if I can hear the ATIS yet.
ILS runway 23, outer marker out of service. ILS runway 5.
This ATIS had so much extraneous information, I jumped in somewhere in the middle, and I want to say it took more than a minute for the loop to start again for me to hear the weather information, which is obviously what I was most concerned with. And again, this is a big reason why I really enjoy having SiriusXM aviation weather data on board, so I can get the METAR and the current information even before I can hear the ATIS, or in a case like this, if ATC happened to step on it and I had to re-listen to it, it could have taken me a long time to get the information that I needed.
Temperature 2.17, altimeter 3.
I don't remember getting altimeter setting from Toronto. Anyways, I set it to field elevation, so we're good there. Okay, I'm looking at the RNAV Yankee, Hamilton, or correction, Buffalo. Still talking Toronto 19.7. I feel like I need my sunglasses.
So I'm going to truncate this plate briefing because ultimately it's not even going to be applicable, which you'll find out why in a minute.
05 is a massive runway, almost 9,000, 150 feet wide, no problems there. Wind favored, good there. You gonna talk to me at all?
Charlie Golf Alpha, contact Buffalo approach 126.5.
1265, Charlie Golf Alpha. Love it when they
pick up Buffalo in sight, and the turn will be 11 o'clock, 14 miles.
I even get the visual, but let's not do it.
Start 4356, cleared visual approach, runway 23.
Yeah. Buffalo, hello, it's Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, level 5,000.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, Buffalo approach, altimeter is 3003, and wind at Buffalo 0605. Would you like runway 14 straight in?
Okay, I can do 14 straight in, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Roger, you can accept that.
Okay, Charlie Golf Alpha. Alright. Let's go
King
back.
Air 1 Echo Tango, contact Rochester approach 123.7. Have a good day.
Load approach, let's just do the visual for 14. Alright, load it and load it.
4356,
Awesome.
tower 120.5. Have a good day.
Gonna put me directly over Niagara Falls today. That's pretty cool. Okay, so no more need for that. Let's look at runway 14. So it's 7,000 by 150. Get rid of that plate, no longer applicable. Cruise checks got done. No, they didn't, but anyways. That is next. Directly over Niagara Falls. Can't see it, but the Insta360 probably can. Sure it can, actually. I do have a hell of a trip ahead of me, but this part is always stressful. Just get through customs and I can relax a little bit, just go at whatever pace I need to go at. Customs definitely creates a get there-itis vibe.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, turn 10 degrees right. Niagara Tower has a heavy KC-135 departing 10 there for 10 o'clock in 4 miles.
Oh my god. Okay, 10 degrees right for Charlie Golf Alpha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heading. He gave me way more info than I needed about that turn. And ForeFlight was telling me in my ears about the airspace at the same moment. But I still appreciate those heads up.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, maintains 2,700.
2,700, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, Buffalo Airport at your 12 o'clock and 12 miles.
Airport in sight, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, cleared visual approach, runway 14 straight in.
Cleared for the visual approach, 14 straight in, Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha. Okay, tell me tower now. Alright. Fill the fullest tank.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Golf Alpha, contact tower 120.5. Have a good day.
Over to tower, Takeoff Alpha.
Two Charlie Alpha, turn left heading
Now I can go to
270.
my... Why are you not turning? Thank you. Buffalo Tower, Foxtrot, Takeoff Alpha, clear visual 1-4.
Charlie Fox, Charlie Golf Alpha, Buffalo Tower, wind 0 at 8, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear land 1-4, Takeoff Alpha. Then in approach mode. I should have made that turn sooner, like as soon as he gave me the clearance. But anyways, we're all fine. Gas undercarriage mixture prop switches. I'm secure. Gonna get one notch out now. One notch selected.
This is my third time doing a gumps check. I just trimmed out the other two.
And that looks like that will be 1-4 when I line up.
At 592 Charlie Alpha, Buffalo Tower, number 2, traffic's an experimental on a 3-mile final. Wind 090 at 6, runway 14, clear to land.
And I'm exactly 3 miles because of that waypoint.
Looking for traffic, 14 clear to land, 592 Charlie Alpha.
Alright, I'm just gonna hand fly the rest of the way. And Buffalo Tower, just for planning purposes, Charlie Golf Alpha is looking for customs and I'm not exactly sure where to taxi.
Charlie Golf Alpha, roger. The building right there at the approach end of the runway to the left, so we'll get you over there somehow.
Roger, so I'll look for aiming short if I can. Yeah, I think that's right. What do you think? Can I make that first taxiway?
Southwest 863, Buffalo Tower, runway 23, line up and wait, traffic landing, runway 14.
23, line up wait, Southwest 863.
Charlie Golf Alpha, traffic holding in position, runway 23.
Charlie Golf Alpha checks.
Diamond 2, Charlie Alpha, traffic holding in position, runway 23.
Roger, 2 Charlie Alpha. Try and keep it tight behind the RV, 592 Charlie Alpha.
RV is just over the numbers, no factor.
So I managed to land short enough to make that first taxiway turn off.
Charlie Fox, Charlie Golf Alpha, if you're able, turn left at Quebec, taxi the ramp for maintenance frequency.
Okay, I'll turn left at Quebec and regain your frequency, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Diamond 2, Charlie Alpha, traffic departing runway 23.
Got the departing traffic inside 592 Charlie Alpha.
Alright, that was nice.
Clearing customs went smoothly, and then I got gas and reviewed the weather and did the flight planning for the following leg, which is definitely going to be a more involved episode about navigating weather. So stay tuned for that, and until then, keep your flight chop sharp.
How you doing?
Hi there.
What are you up to?
Aerobatic competition in Kansas.
Really?
Yeah. That's beautiful. Thanks.